So now we know how to use group by and how to use aggregate functions within group by. Now if you want to put filter or specify a condition on these aggregate functions, how can we do that? This is done using the having clause. Having clause will restrict the groups of returned rows to only those whose condition is true. The syntax for having clause is select the column names or the aggregate function from table. You can specify where conditions if you want to. Then you specify the group by and name the column with which you want to group. Then we specify the having condition. Let us see this example. In this example, I want to find the number of customers in each region, but I want to also put a condition that I want only those regions which have more than 200 customers. To do this, I'll write select region and count of customers from the customer table grouped by region and having count of customer ID greater than 200. This is the aggregate function. So let us go and write this in the pgadmin. So I'll select the region and the count of customer IDs from as customer count from the table customer group by the region having count of customer ID greater than 200. This query will return me these two regions which have customers more than 200. Now if you remember, we used to specify conditions in the where clause. Now we are specifying this condition in the having clause. What is the difference? The having clause is used to specify conditions for the aggregate functions, whereas where was used to specify conditions on the non-aggregate columns. So for example, in this query only, if I want to put a condition that I want only count of customers whose name starts with A, then I'll write where customer name like A%. So let us find out such customers. Customer count of customer ID as customer count from customer where customer name like A%, grouped by region by region. Let's run this. So this is the count of customers whose name starts with A in these four different regions. Now I can put the having condition also, having count of customer ID greater than 15. So if you look at this table below, two of the fields will go and two will remain which are greater than 15. So two major differences: one, where is written before group by and having is written after group by. Second, having is used to put condition on aggregate functions, whereas condition on non-aggregate columns are put using the where clause.